I want to address something in this video today. So there's a big rumor going around that you can get the third perk when upgrading named items with umbral shards. So there are certain named items in the game like Fury and things like that you get from dungeons or wherever. And apparently on the PTR, if you use umbral shards to get those up to 600 gear score, it will give it its third perk. So then the play is any of those that are like best in slot pieces, you just go ahead and get any of them that are over 590 gear score. I think they're bind on pickup, if I recall correctly. So you're going to need expertise 590. You get those before the patch comes out. Then once the patch comes out, you run mutators, get umbral shards, and you can just go ahead and bring those up. You don't need a 600 one. You just need any for those ones. And so that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They're getting those ready and stuff. So I wanted to take a look into, I investigated a little bit to try to see, is this actually intended? Is it not intended? Now, the word on the street is that it is actually intended, and apparently a New World developer said so. I tried to find that, and let me go through everything that I found. Now, this article is one that got pointed to the most. This is on nwdb.info by XYO. I don't know how to say if there's actually a way to say that. That guy's pretty credible, and he was talking about in this post that he made on his website about all the items that can do it, basically all these ones you see right here and stuff. But the main thing is at the bottom, it says, K from AGS has confirmed on the official Discord server that this mechanic is intended, and there's this screenshot. Now, I don't know the validity of the screenshot. I couldn't find it myself on the Discord. It's hard to find, though, on a Discord server, so I'm going to trust, though, because this guy's pretty credible. I've talked to him before. Seems pretty credible to me. I will link to this post, by the way, if you want to read everything he had to say about it. I will link to this post in the description of this video below the first paragraph. But yeah, so that is really all it's going off of, is this right here. That was a screenshot taken from the actual official Discord server, apparently, that people were asking, and apparently it's not a bug. So what does that mean? Well, that means that if you want any of those items, you want to go ahead and get those above 590 right now if you have the expertise available for that. Any of those ones like that you find that are named items, they'll get their last perks once you hit 600. And then you can take them to 625 and have these best in slot items without actually needing to get a lucky roll of 600. Now, they could change their mind on it. Maybe K was around. Is K developer or community manager? I can't remember. So maybe that's not correct. Maybe it will get changed from that. We'll see. The patch comes out in probably like 2 or 3 days or something. Now, if your expertise is not 590 and you can't get one of those, what are your options? Well, the patch is coming out soon, and once it does, it's going to nerf your gear score to the in-between point between your expertise and the gear score of the actual item you're holding until you grow into it by getting expertise. So if you were ever going, well, only for items you buy, though. If you craft, you're immune from the system, right? But if you were ever going to buy your best in slot items, now is the time before this January patch comes out in a few days. It's now or never. So the prices are probably going to go insane on the market for some of those best in slot items because this is your last chance. If you're too lazy to get expertise up, you've got to buy them pretty much right now, next 2-3 days, or you are actually going to have to grind your expertise, or you're going to have to craft them yourselves until you finally get lucky and get one that's where you want it to be. But my final verdict is, it is very likely that that is correct based on the information I was able to find, although not 100% guaranteed. So if you feel like doing some dungeons and stuff, trying to get some named items, now would be your time if you have the expertise high enough to get them over 590. Remember, it's got to be 590. Anything below 590, you cannot upgrade with umbral shards. So you at least got to get 590. If your expertise is high enough, you can go ahead and do that. I would highly recommend doing that just to be safe if you got the time. But yeah, that rumor is apparently true, as best as I can tell. And that's the main thing I want to address in this video was the validity of the rumor. And it seems valid, but not 100% confirmed. So take it with a grain of salt, but it seems very likely that those named items will in fact get their third perk when you upgrade them to 600 with umbral shards after the patch comes out in a few days.